We're back. Bob Pompeani, Chris Mueller, joined right now by our #1 Cochrane Go One Better caller of the night. And that would be Kirk in Harmer. Go ahead, Kirk.
Hi, guys. Hi, Bob.
What's up?
Bob, you've reported at least a half a dozen occasions, and I've read at least 10 additional times in the Post-Gazette Friday or Saturday edition that this guy did not take practice reps with the team prior to that next week's game. And you know, as I know, and any student of the game knows, that the offenses are run nearly symphonically. You have got to be in lockstep. Everything is choreographed. And if you're not up to that and performing to that level, it shows. And it showed in this guy this year. I don't know what the coaches didn't see.
Who are you talking about?
Week after week, Ben not being in tune with his offense. Throwing the balls over his head, throwing the balls behind him, missing the handoffs, stumbling and stuttering out of the pocket. This guy, he didn't take no reps with the team. He was absent during practice 14 of the 17 games.
Well, I mean, he practiced on Thursday, Friday in most weeks. He's typically not going on Wednesday. But, I mean, it's no secret that he doesn't have the mobility that he once did. But, again, they made the choice going into the season, knowing that, to rely on an offensive lineman that was highly inexperienced, 5 new starters, Chris. That was shocking to me. And I thought, all right, maybe these guys are better than we all think. But, I mean, it's a difficult assignment to come into the NFL and do that right off the bat with knowing that your quarterback doesn't have any mobility.
I just thought it was a very arrogant approach to an offseason that I already thought was misguided. But if you were going to be misguided, like, go all in on trying to make it work. I thought it was misguided to bring Ben back, but, you know, spend all the money. That's the other thing, Bob. We didn't even mention this. I think they left about $10 million in cap room out there that they could have spent bringing other guys in. You sort of alluded to that with other free agents that weren't brought in. They did a very slapdash job of trying to patch this thing together in front of Roethlisberger. They didn't spend to the cap. Arrogant is probably the only word I can come up with to describe their offseason, and they got burnt badly for it. I know they made the playoffs, but anybody that watched this team, I think, has a pretty good idea of what they were this year, and it was largely unimpressive. Interesting
to me, if they had not made the playoffs, we sat here last Sunday, which was wild. That game could have very easily ended in a tie, Chris. And if it had, they would have ended 9-7-1, half game out of first, but they would never have played a playoff game. And people might have been deceived a little bit by the way it ended. It was great to see because I thought Roethlisberger deserved that kind of send-off at home. But, I mean, they got 2 wins against Cleveland and Baltimore, and people may have had a false sense of what they were.
Well, people may have had that. I wouldn't have. And you know who I really hope wouldn't have had one had they not made the playoffs is Mike Tomlin. But I hope now that if there's one good thing that came from them making it and then getting bludgeoned by a true Super Bowl contender, it's that the people that actually make the decisions for this team and get paid millions of dollars to do so understand how far away they are from where they want to be and have their, cut your eyelids off, right? Mike Tomlin said, cut his eyelids off, make him watch the tape of that game. Mike, you're very far away. This team that you are the steward of needs a lot of work.
And it won't be easy drafting 20th with a lot of teams ahead of them needing quarterbacks as well. So it'll be fascinating to see how it plays out. And it'll all start coming up here in the next couple of weeks. We have the Mike Tomlin press conference tomorrow here at noon. It'll be the final one of the year. Tune into that on Pittsburgh CW. Chris, we're out of time. As always, thanks, my man. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys all here tomorrow at 10:35. Good night.